Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? We'll let some people jump in on this ring. We're going live today. Been trying to actually go live for a minute, but we chilling on this early morning. What is today? Today is Wednesday. I feel like for some reason a lot of people have been just on live today already, just talking. Lots of different people. Maybe it was just me, but I woke up early. I was waking up. I was awoken. And I had a crazy dream. Um, but it wasn't too crazy because I've had crazier dreams before that were predictive. This one, it was just unique. It was a reminder how far I came. So, which is also the reason of why we're going to be doing this live today. So today we're going to be looking at the life purpose. What is your life purpose? I know we talked about our angels wanting us to keep our balance yesterday. And you know what? We're all going through some kind of career change, whether that's who you used to be in your career or who you're becoming in your same career, maybe just switching careers altogether. But either way it go, we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be looking at which areas with the life purpose deck, and then we're going to be using the chakra deck. We're going to be using the chakra deck, and then we're going to see which areas are blocking you. I believe last time we did something like this, it was the sacral chakra. And then finally, we're going to be looking at the change deck for our clarification. So we're going to chill for a little bit longer, and then we're going to get started here in a sec. Get some music and stuff going, some playing. I don't even know what to listen to. I'm watching myself live right now. That's funny. Watching myself. That's funny. So yeah, put on the top music. I realized that early morning people come and go. So I'm just let people come and go, man. So I was watching this one meeting this morning or reading this morning. It's weird not knowing if I'm actually what I sound like, bro. It's weird not hearing it. My headphones is a little screwed up right now. Just a little bit. All right, it's all good. But you see this? It's broken. You see that? I don't know why it's not supposed to be going into my head. It's supposed to be going away from my head. So it's a little fucked up. But yeah, man. Oh, so I was listening to I think it was spiritual feline intuitions. I don't know. The video was there, then it wasn't. And then she had mentioned a song talking about the sun and moon. And so for me, yesterday when I had posted that reading, I was talking about the sun and moon because of the angel cards that came out and what they represent. And then I started singing that song by Inez, Sun and Moon. And that was funny as fuck because when I heard her say that, I was like, okay, cool. She probably gonna say what I said, but nah, she said AZ yet last night. And I was like, what the fuck? And then because I just that's one of the earliest songs that I ever remember ever listening to. I just it's I remember the moment when it came into my life and then it's never not been in my life. So it's been a little crazy, but she was talking about the part where it say, "I saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers. I saw heaven when I made sweet love to you." So, and then the video cut off. It was crazy, and then I can't even find it no more. So it's just like I was supposed to hear that shit some kind of way, for some reason, I guess. But yeah, let's find some music and let's get started here. I got this in there. I need to take that out. So I'll be feeling energy, man. And seems like a lot of people are in some frustrated energies. And I woke up a little bit in that frustrated energy. I'm telling y'all about my dream as I get set up. But yeah, this dream was pretty crazy. It was familiar. I should just put on some frequency. But it was crazy because of the simple fact. She covered up Joe's obvious mental decline. Our president is in good. So, anyways, I've had dreams like this. I'm pretty good with my dreams, but I don't dream often. And in that, I was doing all right. I was chilling with some friends. We was at a club, and then the girl who I was interested in, she was there too, all dressed up, dolled up. And then I'm with my friends. We in like a VIP section, and I don't know if this was a friend or not. I just know that some I thought it was a friend in the dream. And so this friend of mine went up to the girl I'm talking to and like just started making out with her and then grabbed her hand and then they just left. And then me and my friends was like, they go, what the fuck just happened? Because that friend in particular had a girl. So it was like, man, what the fuck just happened? So an old version of myself I know would have been like super heartbroken and like fucked up over it. But what I think it was an opportunity for me to see my growth. And I did. I did wake up, joked me. It it woke me up after I like started to come into consciousness with it. But the rest of the dream kept playing. So when I recalled the rest of the dream after I did some healing meditation, some Reiki, and some deep breathing, I realized that that was a little part of me that was still in my heart. And I realized that I'm not a competition based person when it comes to relationships. I'm never going to compete for a relationship ever. Never, ever, ever will I ever compete for a relationship. Um, because that's a waste of time. What a relationship is already hard to cultivate and maintain and mature. So what the fuck would be the point of me trying to compete with another person while trying to build with that? That's like me competing in like 4 or 5 different ways, man. And I ain't about to do nothing stupid shit like that. Life already has us competing, man. What the fuck I need to compete with my spouse for? Stupid. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty insane to think that competition in relationships is acceptable thing. It's not at all whatsoever. I don't want to listen to this. I gotta put on some like other music, throw on some instrumentals and just have to change it up. Expedia helps you find the right time to book. Jeez. I wanted music, but damn. All right, here we go. Love this song. All right, let's get started on the reading now. Yeah. So I guess we can yap, do a lot more yapping. I don't know if y'all want to see the cards or not when I lay them out, but shit, it's just me. So I guess I can do what the fuck I want to do. I had a few people pop in on here, but I'm not gonna let anything get me down just like that, Trey. So the difference, I would have been hurt. I would have let that hurt fuck up my whole day, kind of thing, change my mood, yada yada yada. But in this case, I just lived my life, went to bed, my healing shit, and then it was good. But it did bring up a lot of shit, man. It brought up a lot of shit. It brought up a lot of times where, back in the day when I was breaking up with my long term girls towards the end, I was working with this chick, super full blown Aries. She was bad as hell. She was one of the finest girls. And that was the first time I was just like, oh, I like the outward external beauty opposed to just looking at the inner beauty. But my long-term girlfriend, she was beautiful as well. But that's the thing, different words. Beautiful, beautiful soul versus fine as hell. So it's like, yeah, those are real differences, man. It makes people think and feel differently about the situations, and that's cool. And so the person that was in my dream, she's fine as hell. But I always see her as an Aries, even though I think she has an Aries rising or some shit. I just always see people as their rising signs first, but her in particular, no, it's always that. Because it's just an immature ass energy. And then the friend in the dream was fire sign. He's a Leo, so it's like we're just looking at that energy. But but the situation that made me, recall it all when I was in my deep meditation was, yeah, that was some shit that I would have done in the past. And that's it. That's all. It's actually something I did do with this person in particular. I w- Trey Songz, Mr. Stereo Girl was like my theme song anthem for that time frame. It was sucky. That shit sucked. Because again, I would never want that shit to happen, and I was trying to make that shit happen, but it's just because I desired to be with that chick so much, and I was willing to break up with my girl because I already wanted to live life differently. And she was talking shit about her dude too, talking about she want to break up with him and all of this and that. So it's just like, okay, let's make this shit happen. I did my end, but ultimately, I had some homies who was like, man, the way you get a girl is the way the girl leave, the way you lose the girl. And so if I would have got a girl and she's been cheating, she would have left me in the same way, cheat. And that's the energy that I've been rocking with for a long ass time, bro. That's why I don't mind taking slow. I don't mind being on my own. And I know I just need to attract different energies like Miss Silver Eye Rise was saying this morning in her live. She was upset too. And it just seems like a lot of people are just releasing feelings. And I think that's a good thing. So as we release these feelings, hopefully we make new space for us to be able to attract new things, new energies, new love. But you gotta let that shit go. So maybe during this next 2 weeks or so, for this full moon, or excuse me, this new moon cycle, maybe we're purging. So when a new moon comes, we can establish these new emotions. And that came out a lot in the full moon reading, talking about a lot of Seven of Cups energy. So yeah, let's see what we got. So what's our overall energy for this life purpose? Reading. So we got two jumpers. Time to decide on speaking or oration. But what is our actual energy? You got to trust in the leadership that you have. So our life purpose is to trust that you're a leader. As you trust that you're a leader, you'll start to understand certain things about yourself. So, like I had trusted myself inside of my day to day waking life, the trust inside of this dream was what I had realized once I did my reflection. The trust was that I trusted in myself to handle the situation. Yeah, I was dumbfounded. Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah, I was surprised, and everybody else was. But at the end of the day, what happened? Well, I just continued my vacation. I told his girl, I was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck going on, but shit, your dude and my girl, they just started making out and they left. You're a murder suspect. Maybe it's And then I was like, I'm not about to cheat with you or do anything crazy like that. I'm just gonna move the fuck on with my life, and I hope you move accordingly. But just want to put you on notice that what, these people are betraying both of us. And so to piggyback on the message from yesterday, it was all about having loyalty. That was the moon, and then the sun was healing. So I think that I was healing an aspect to my own loyalties, loyal to those energies of the past. I'm healing those things so I can have more loyalty to my energies coming in. And as a Scorpio rising, one of the best energies for me is a Taurus. But I've only had male Taurus in my life and one female. And the female was a child, so I mean that doesn't really count. And then the two males, one is my dad and one was my ex girlfriend's her dad. So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I've only had these father like energies, a Taurus around me, and a child like Taurus energy. Don't really understand it too much outside of that. Oh, I had dated a girl with some kids. Oh, the same person. The dad of that child was a Taurus as well. So I don't really have too much energy outside of that, but that's the energy I'm moving towards. And it's not the same. It's not the same as my Capricorn energy. Again, that's an earth sign. And it's not the same as my 11th house. Aquarius energy is 11th house, but my 11th house is Virgo. So because of that, I have energies of service when I'm out in the public and interacting with people. Energies in my heart as a strong managerial position. But then externally, who's my spouse? Who's my reflection? That's supposed to be a Taurus energy. And that shit hasn't really been in my life outside of those energies that I've discussed. And those fatherly energies haven't been the greatest. But I haven't been the greatest in those situations either. So just like in a dream and just like in my day-to-day life, I have to trust that I am the leader. I have to trust that I am the leader that I believe myself to be. I think I am, I know I am, I know I can, so I'm gonna keep being it. Let's get some more. So we got animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively, trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. That's so important today because when I was meditating, the first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was the two hummingbirds just chilling with me that was doing their own thing. But hummingbirds, bro, is a significant spiritual sign for me, especially when these hummingbirds, when I tell you, these hummingbirds, bro, they come up to me, they look at me. Mental search taking up your mental real estate? Would you want we talk sometime? I'd love to live in a building that accepts my dog. We literally we communicate, man. We be doing our thing, man, especially with the hummingbirds. So The fact that there was multiple hummingbirds there with me, the fact that there were so many like different kind of birds around, and then the two hummingbirds just come up and just be chilling, and they was just walking with me as I was going back to the car. It just it just proves that again, I led myself in the right way and I had the right trust. All right, last card for the life purpose. What else? Sensitivity and nutrition. So a lot of those negative dreams probably came from the foods that I was consuming. Like I said, I gotta stop eating cheap food and just understand that I'll spend the money for the higher quality, keep the high quality within my set. So this says you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. I think I was being sensitive to the energies that a lot more people are feeling. Somebody, I have put a comment on that video, and then, just expressing how I felt like it was shameful. Somebody was like, oh, don't look into your dreams too much, but don't tell me what to do. I know and understand that it's one or two things. Either, and I agree with the last thing they said, was it's probably predictive, but again, I had the emotional charge, but I knew what to do with it, so I'm gonna call that calm and cool and relaxed, opposed to having anxiety about it. What I did was I took control of my healing. What that led me to is an understanding of my own sensitivities and the energies around. The person in question, that the whole reason why I stopped talking to them in the first place, because I knew that they was talking to multiple people. I'm not gonna compete with nobody on a fucking relationship. That just shows me that you don't fucking want me, you don't value me, or you don't appreciate me. You are losing in that situation. You're the loser. Guess what? Doesn't matter if you're fine. Like I said with that other chick, I could have stole her, but the thing is, she still wanted certain things that she wanted. Guess what? I was giving her all the things she didn't know she needed. But because we all have our desires and our desires helps create our perceptions, that is going to be the difference. And in that difference, fire signs normally want bullshit that water signs don't. But because we can temper that energy, because we can temper that energy and those emotions into fire, we temper those fiery feelings into an emotion. It's very similar. But knowing the difference between the two comes with these sensitivities. So our life purpose is to trust in the leadership that we have, okay? Whether that's with ourselves or whether that's even with animals. Okay. I'm going to read sensitivity. Oh, and then leadership. Sensitivity. This card comes to you because your present career environment is too harsh for your increasingly sensitive soul and body. It's time to face this fact and make changes accordingly. Sometimes it's possible to heal a work environment if you have other people's cooperation. And even if it's possible to single handedly inspire a few employees through your own shift, you must remain optimistic and with a sunny disposition. Your interests and your tastes have shifted recently, and what once interested you no longer appeals to you. You're also more sensitive to the energies of the people whom you spend time and the places you frequent. You need a gentle work environment with supportive coworkers and a cooperative way of conducting business. No competition. You also need a career you feel good about, which leads to a sense of meaning in your life. Most likely, this card signals a change of employment, enabling you to ensure that you're surrounded by the other gentle and sensitive coworkers or clients you desire. Be open to the benefits that such a great change affords even if you have to let go of material perks as you make this transition. The angels assure you that your personal happiness is the greatest job benefit of all. That means it's important to be sensitive to your own sensitivities. Give yourself the opportunity to believe that you can be in a wonderful environment. Why? Because all jobs, well, most jobs, they tend to give you benefits, but the angels are trying to assist you with giving you a benefit of your own joy and happiness. Find a place that will allow you to stay in that situation that keeps you gentle, keeps you happy, keep you thriving, keep you inspired, keep you motivated. That is why we need to work on this leadership aspect to take control of the situation. This card comes to you as a signal that you're ready to assume your role as a leader. You recently have come across a situation in which you thought somebody should do something about this. Well, you are that somebody. Although you may not feel entirely prepared or qualified to assume your leadership role, the angels assure you that you're ready. They will guide you through every step so that you can gain confidence and certainty about your path. Take time to meditate today and listen to your inner guidance, which will clearly show you your first steps upon this path. Your leadership will inspire others to speak up and take charge of their lives as well. I got inspired yesterday, and then today, when I got inspired, I was, trying to manifest through visualization, living it, being it, and seeing it. And I came across a situation in my mind. And in that situation in my mind, I was like, okay, what would I do? Well, I know for sure I'm not going to do certain things. And what that means is I'm not going to, like, if I get money when I start dating with the money, with the job, I'm not going to let people take advantage of me, especially when there's emotions involved. I'm a loving, caring person, but I'm going to keep the same boundaries like I have at work. And that is me being that leader, understanding that there are certain things that I can just process in a certain way. And even if it happens to me, that sucks, but we have the correct channels in play. We got the ability to make sure that the things that we're looking to do can be maintained and processed properly. But sometimes it takes you receiving things that you not necessarily want to. You sometimes don't want to always receive things that you want to, but you got to deal with it. And that's life, man. Sometimes you just got to deal with certain things. And you don't have to take it out in the old ways. You're a sensitive being. You don't have to just fight, scream. You can feel it, but then you can tell yourself how you can feel it in a different way. And then you can let the mind continue the process. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, it hurt to see two people that I was loyal to. Let's be loyal to each other. That would suck, man. I've seen situations like this. Hold on. Okay. I've seen situations like this online where like people really like divorce their wives and husbands because they cheated on them with their best friends and shit. Like, not even the best friend brought into the relationship. This is a person I introduced you to, and now you're fucking him. You fucking her. The most heartbreaking betrayal possible because marriage, man, is supposed to be unionization of two beings into one. And if you can't even trust that, it's going to be hard for you to trust again. And guess what? Trust yourself. Just trust yourself within any situation. You are the leader of the animal kingdom. Motivation. sensitive to your moves in these animals as you do these dudes of motivation. Something like that. Okay. What are these energies? Where are they being blocked? Let's see. So we're gonna get a topic clarification on each of these, and then we'll go ahead and get our final message. So have trust in the vanity. These two want to pop out. Leadership brings you joy and enlightenment. Animals, be impartial. Yeah, feel sad about the animals, but be balanced with the animals and know that you can do stuff. Know that you can help others. Like, lost my cats, but woke up, first thing I saw outside of the birds was a cat. Then I seen all the birds around, and then the hummingbirds came, and all the sparrows came, and the pigeons was there. Little ravens came over. Every bird was there. Let's get sensitivity. This is halfway telling me that I should do this, and I think I should. So find joy in your animals. Being a leader will bring you enlightenment to others. Be impartial with your sensitivities. And then we got enlightenment, or excuse me, enlightenment, isolation at the bottom. So I think that isolation has to come from the idea of being a workaholic in your current work situation. So your purpose is to be a leader, which brings you out of isolation. What else? And into creation. So let's read from the book, then we'll prepare for a final message. Let me see. Impartiality. For your sensitivities, it's not a time to personally shine, but allow others to come forth with their gifts. You may find yourself in the role of a neutral advisor. Hold the space for others to find their own answers. Your advice might not be well received, so be unbiased right now. Even though you're sensitive, people might not want to hear you. Even though you're sensitive and you see it, you're so sensitive that you already know the answers, that people get the answers on their own self. Animals, you got joy. Animals do what? This vibrational energy is walking on air. A pure essence of joy comes through detachment. Daisy Yellow brings joy, but does not experience joy. Its purpose is to radiate what is inside. Its powerful energy moves your projects forward. It is too detached to be creative, but will draw in assistance necessary to further your goals. That is wonderful. Again, this person doesn't experience joy. So they got to do things to experience joy, but the things around them is what brings them that experience. And in this case, it's animals. And yeah, again, those beautiful all the birds, but beautiful hummingbirds just came up and just wanted to show me that they appreciate me. It made me feel really good. It made me feel good. So I hope you can do the same. Leadership. Oh, let's get into leadership. And then we got enlightenment, and then the last one is trust with vanity. And I think this is going to be the most important, which is why I went this way. Enlightenment. The opportunity to make an enlightened decision is inherent in topaz. A journey of true destiny is the vibrational energy here. Regal gold and earthy brown mix to create something spectacular. Your experience will guide others. Make these new moves, man. Switch this career. Keep healing your loyalty. Be great. Vanity. The tenacious balance between what is true in our heart and what we communicate is reflected in our. Are you living and communicating your truth or just playing along? This may be a time of awakening to a new way of being. Be aware of distractions that may pull you away from the truth here. Trust yourself. Trust what you need. Trust what you give. Trust what you grieve. It's overlived. It's just the blockage in your current space. Living your life, you want a new pace, a new vibe, a new energy. You feeling good, moving through all the vanities, but it's okay. You just a trust in yourself, doing what you can, man. Just to be in your greatest self. It's greater for your health. It's greater for the you. Animals, sensitivities is how you move. It's not the time to be giving out. So give to yourself, a giving around. At Smith's, the proven quality of Kroger brand products will make you feel like you're winning. Okay, what's our final message? I'm all somber and shit, man. I'm gonna get out here and fucking do some yoga, stretch out, all that breathing and meditation. Time to stretch. All right, what's our final message, please? Didn't want to take all of these, but so at the end of the day, our final message is be true to yourself. That means be true to your trust, be true to your sensitivities, be true to the things that bring you joy, and be truthful to the leader that you have within you. Okay. What else? So final message cards. We have motivation, new exercise program, memories, get some rest, and courage. So I just had a little battle in my mind and my emotions, so I gotta go and make sure like I can find which one to trust. But I'm stuck between like trying to get a job so I can like do more for my business, but then at the same time, I feel like I would be wasting time. I should just be focusing on the business. So knowing that I have these cards here, I think I need to rest on something. So if I had to say backwards, I need to rest or have the courage to rest on the old memories of a new exercise program of motivation. That might be telling me that I need to like stop trying to push, push, push. Again, nobody wants the advice right now. Like I said, like a couple of weeks readings ago, I think it's this shit is not for you. It might be for your kids. So I think I need to like revamp and push, but at the same time, I am interested in these jobs that just popped up into my life too. So I want to make sure that I meditate. I want to make sure that I can start to find more courage within myself. And then I'm just going to work my body out and see if that helps me release and bring in more truth and more trueness of myself so I can know what to do. But I'm not going to try to find the answer today. I'm going to make sure I try to find the answer within so it can happen any day. So let's read courage. Your card reminds you that you do have the courage to make this change. Everything you've been going through in your life has taught you how to cope and be strong in the face of the unknown. God. You've learned that being positive and having faith are necessary tools. Yeah. You've learned that being positive and having faith in your or faith is necessary tools to overcome fear and disappointments. That's that trust. Take this change 1 minute at a time and do not look too far down a road, especially if you're attempting to predict the future, which brings up anxiety for you. After all, you can plan for the future, but you can only take charge of this present moment. So take positive action steps today towards your desired outcome and know that you will have everything you need in each moment that follows. Facing your fears, stepping into a leadership position, breaking out of your comfort zone, being assertive. So if I had to say, yeah, if my girl was to ever get approached by a dude start making out with her, then grab her hand and lead her away, I can do one or two things. I can fight or I can trust myself. I'm not gonna ever fight for that shit. If you are willing to go and make out with a random stranger and then be with that person, then you're not willing to stay. And that's a choice. You're not willing to decline. You're not willing to not make out. Those are all choices. So have the courage to be the leader in your life, to stand up and say, hey, you can have her, but I'm gonna tell your girl, hey, I don't think you want him. Guess what? Now I trust myself again, and that's it. Put the ball in these other people's courts and then move on with your life because at the end of the day, there's nothing else you can do but lead yourself, especially if you're sensitive. So appreciate for the few people who popped up, showed up. Thank you for the like, and I'll see you guys on your daily message.